What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? It is your girl, your diva and knowledge lady, Mocha, represent Mocha's Cafe de Paris, where I'm always serving you wisdom, knowledge, and spiritual awareness. Big ups to everybody. Hope that y'all looking forward to a positive new year. Hopefully you get rid of a lot of this old baggage and you go into a bigger and better year. We're getting ready to enter 2022. Yet we are still dealing with YouTube drama, YouTube beefs. What's up, Gerard? Happy New Year's from London. Okay, you on London. All right. Big ups to London in the building. Good afternoon, everyone. I want to talk about these YouTube beefs. Why is there always beefs in the Black YouTube sector? Every time you turn around, there's always these panelists, these YouTube cliques. They end up falling out, airing each other's dirty laundry. I'm sure many of y'all are subscribers. Y'all been noticing all the beef that's been going on in the Black YouTube sector. Fortunately, I'm glad to say I have not been one to be involved in any of it, and nor do I want to take any part in any of it. But I've been doing some observation from a distance and peeping in the bushes, and I must say that it never seems to amaze me that it's always these popular content creators that start off doing great, eventually end up crashing and burning. The Black YouTube sector is now becoming a drama, toxic atmosphere. It's starting to become very messy in these Black YouTube streets. What's up, Kai? Blessings to you. Love you. There's a lot of drama and a lot of toxic behavior in the Black YouTube sector. And this is the reason why y'all don't hardly ever see me doing panels. Every once in a while, you may see me on somebody's panel. Every once in a while, y'all may see me do a panel here with one or two ladies, Kales and Ruby. Those are probably the only two you'll probably see me do a panel with. Every once in a while, you'll see me do a panel with Cool Jen or somebody, you know what I'm saying? Because I just been sitting back and I'm observing and noticing that it's always these YouTube panels, these channels. They always start off being the best of friends. They always start off being buddies. And there's a reason why a lot of this YouTube drama, the reason why there's so much drama and toxicness in the Black YouTube sector is because, for one, the worst mistake anybody could make is never become friends with family members that are doing a YouTube channel together. I cannot stress that more than enough. Do not join panels where you are working with family members and relatives. If you're dealing with a group of individuals and they are family, meaning I don't join panels where there's husbands and wives that are content creators. I don't join panels where there's brothers and sisters. I don't join panels where there's cousins or anybody that's blood related. I don't do panels with family members. I don't go to spaces where I know the majority of the people on that panel, they're related in some form or another. Now, I've seen a couple of content creators, a few of them have gotten into it with content creators that are husbands and wives. I've seen husband and wives do panels together. They bring other people on and they join other people in their panels. Doing that is not a wise idea. Do not join a channel. Do not join a space where the majority of people on the panel are related, especially when it comes to dealing with married people. Now, there's a couple of couples I know who are in the Black YouTube sectors. They got a panel together. You have to realize if you fall out with one, that means you're going to have beef with the other. You cannot join these sectors with couples, because couples, they stick together. Family, they stick together. I'm not about to join any space where everybody in that space, they related to each other in some form or another. Because if you fall out with one, I guarantee you eventually you're going to fall out with the other. And at the end of the day, they got each other's backs. And that's the reality that you got to be prepared to deal with. If you join a space, there's a husband and wife who regulate that space. There's a brother and a sister who regulates that space. You fall out with the husband, you think the wife ain't gonna feel some type of way. You fall out with the wife, you think the husband ain't gonna feel some type of way. This is the reason why I don't join panels and I don't join Black sectors. Black people have an issue with seeing one another get ahead. It happens all the time. You got 5, 6 people on the panel who've been doing live streams for months, been doing live streams for years. And all it takes is for one of them to get more notoriety than the rest of them. And next thing you notice, now there's a division between the group. Exactly. Unless you're doing it for business purposes. What's up, Michelle? That's why that is why I don't do YouTube panels. I don't do panels. Anywhere where there's a lot of Black folks, it's bound to be some type of drama or some type of chaos. Black people cannot, a group of Black people cannot all work together and not fall out at some point over something. You rarely see it. The Black culture, we're not built to get along for a long extensive amount of time. What's up, a view is a view? Happy holidays to you as well. Happy New Year's to you as well. These toxic channels, it comes a point when you have to start going in spaces in which is more healthy for your peace of mind. Don't get me wrong, fuckery is entertaining and sometimes it's fun, but it comes a point in time in which you got to go to other spaces where they don't have all that chaos and where they don't have all that drama. What's up, Kels? Like I was just saying earlier, I don't really do panels. The only time I've ever done panels is with Kels, who's here in the chat, and Classic Ruby. We have been able to get together and do panels, and it has never been a bunch of drama. We respect one another's opinions. They don't try to overtalk me. I don't try to overtalk them. You know, we don't try to make one another's points more valid than the others. We respect each other's truth. Everybody got their own level of wisdom. Everybody has their own level of knowledge, and we embrace it. We embrace one another's knowledge and wisdom. A lot of these black sector spaces, they do not embrace one another's truths. They wanted, the problem with the black sector space is always somebody who thinks they have more knowledge than everybody else. I've seen it all the time. And it used to be a point in time when it was only the women's panels that were messy. Remember, the women, whenever you went to view the women's live stream panels, you will see sisters go back and forth all day. But it's gotten so bad to where I'm starting to see the men act like women. They doing more cussing. They doing more screaming. I'm hearing grown men telling other grown men to suck my dick, and I'm hearing other grown men pocket watch other grown men. Well, when a man can't win an argument, if a man can't win an argument with another man, he automatically wants to bring up his money. Well, I got more money than you. I got more expensive shoes than you. When the argument starts getting lost, they want to talk about how much money they got. Exactly, Kai. I agree with that. Like argue, we are built to get along, but the problem is we were put against one another. Yeah, it's still that slave plantation. What's up, King Ba? That still unfortunately tends to haunt us. The black YouTube sector is becoming one of the most toxic spaces in YouTube. Like I said, you go to some of these man channels, these men are becoming just as messy as the black women they complain about. Happy New Year's Eve to all y'all out there as well. What's up, Tony on one? It's becoming to a point in which a lot of these panelists, a lot of these black YouTube sectors who all started off strong together, who are started off like they have so much loyalty to one another. Every time you turn around, these same groups, they fall out about something, and now they're airing each other's dirty laundry. It never fails. You've seen it once, you've seen it 1,000 times. How you have 5, 6 people doing a panel together, live streaming together every day. First of all, I'm going to be honest. It's not good to live stream with people every day. You're going to fall out about something. Sometimes less is best. You should not live stream with each other every single day. If not every single day, you shouldn't even live stream with a person every week. Sometimes less is best. You live streaming with each other every day, eventually you're going to fall out about something. Exactly, Gerard. Loyalty, one thing, when it comes to the word loyalty, loyalty does not mean the same thing to everybody. It just doesn't. Some people only have a loyalty if there's something attached to that loyalty. Now, there's a reason why there's so many people beefing on YouTube. Like I told y'all earlier before, it's not good to do panels with family members. Never start being in a clique with family members. Once you get in that clique with family and you fall out with one of them, they gonna band together on you. That's how it's always been. They're going to band together on you one way or another. And this is another reason a lot of the black YouTube sectors, a lot of these spaces, they end up falling out and getting into it is because, for one, all of them only got together because they had the same common enemy. Never build a friendship, never build a bond off of having a common enemy. For instance, if me and Poetic, because like I said, me and Poetic, you know, we do panels, we do a lot of live streaming stuff together. Now, the thing about it though, when me and Kels started doing panels, we didn't build a friendship because we had a common enemy. A lot of these panels, they only clicking with each other because they all don't like a certain individual, or they all don't like a specific group of people. Whenever you build a friendship or bond off of having hate for somebody or a dislike, your friendship is bound to dismantle. Never build a friendship off of a common enemy. What's up, bunch of bunk media? What's up, Jamar Pennymon? Long time, I know. Good to see you. Anytime you do that, you're already putting your friendship at a disadvantage because y'all did not build that bond genuinely. You only built that bond because y'all both didn't like the same kind of people. That's the last thing you want to do. Anytime y'all all doing a panel together talking about the same people, yeah, man, later for that nigga, we don't rock with him like that. Later for that hoe, we don't rock with her like that. Anytime you build a friendship off of the fact that y'all don't like somebody, y'all are eventually going to fall out. If I seen it once, I've seen it 1,000 times. I myself, I'm guilty of it. I did the same thing with a female at a job. Me and her didn't like working for the same type of people. We didn't like the same people. We had common enemies. Guess what ended up happening? We ended up becoming enemies. It happens all the time. Don't build a panel only because you and this person are at war with the same people. It never works. Never, ever, ever works. You buddies now, you all getting along because y'all all teaming up on one person. But when that one person is no longer the center of attention and y'all got to deal with each other specifically, that's when you're going to start seeing the snakes crawling out the closet. Yes, do not build an alliance over a common enemy because y'all all don't like the same person. Not a good look. I guarantee you, y'all gonna fall out. That's what's causing a lot of YouTube beefs. If you notice, let me tell you how bad it is. But now check this out. Let me tell you why that's not a good idea. I'm gonna break down the elements. Think about it. I'll use Poetic, for example. Let's say me and Poetic, we girls, we do panels, we do live streams all the time. And Classic Ruby, she does panels with us all the time as well. So say it's the three of us, we're always doing panels together. All right. And we all don't like one type of content creator. Let's say I'll pick somebody who I know we kind of cool with. Let's say me, Ruby, and Kels, we all don't like Coogin. I'm just using him as an example. Let's say we all tight with each other because we don't like him. All right. One of us in the group fall out with each other. 9 times out of 10, and I'm not saying we would do that, but just to use an example, 9 times out of 10, when you fall out with somebody in your clique, that person is most likely going to go to your arch enemy. How many times have y'all seen people in the black sector spaces when they fall out with somebody, the first space you see them run to is the arch enemy? Exactly, views of you. I don't do the mess. This is how beef starts in the black YouTube sector. When somebody falls out with the group, they automatically, you see them at the arch enemy space. Now they over there kicking it with the person that all of a sudden he wasn't messing with. Y'all feel me? Y'all understand what I'm saying? I see it all the time. My thing is, if you and the person ain't rocking with each other, y'all ain't fucking with each other no more, that's cool. But you don't go return to the arch enemy because you want to make a point to the person you fell out with. And guess what? The arch enemy don't have a problem letting you come right back in because the arch enemy knows you're going to share all the information that you once upon a time had to that clique when you were in with that clique, when you were loyal to that clique. Sometimes some people once the friendship has dismantled, everybody, first of all, we got a lot of children in the Black YouTube sector spaces. Let's just call it for what it is. There's not enough grown men and grown women who are running these panels. We have a lot of childish ass women and men. There's no, the people will scream they grown, will claim they grown, but when it comes down to handling grown folks' business, they don't know how to handle grown folks' business. If you have a beef with somebody, if you and the person done fell out, be man or woman enough, you go talk to that person 101. You don't run to their arch enemy. That's some fuckery bullshit. That's straight fuckery. It just because you and the person fell out, had a disagreement, you don't run straight to the enemy because you so butthurt that this person played you or mistreated you. Now, not only you running to the arch enemy, you on your panel talking garbage about these people you were so loyal to. Now you air out all their dirty laundry. That makes you look bad because the first thing I'm gonna tell y'all, this is why I don't mess with a lot of people in the Black YouTube sector space. When I see you airing the dirty laundry of somebody you were so loyal to, you was on their live streams every day, you was kiki ha ha he and with them. Soon as you fall out, you telling all their business, you think I'm gonna want to be close to you because the main thing I'm thinking about, shit, if me and her fall out, she'll do the same thing to me. A lot of y'all let people know how weak y'all are the moment there's a disagreement. If you and the person have fallen out, y'all can leave each other alone peacefully. Just gracefully bow out your friendship. It does not cause for you to become friends with my enemies. Somebody you know don't rock with me like that. It doesn't need to resort to that. And that is why we have so much beef in the Black YouTube sector. Y'all got, the problem is with Black men and Black women, everybody got to have the last word. I got to get my last lick in. You want to get the last lick? Well, I'm to a point, I've reached a different level in my life to where I don't mind being a punk. I don't mind walking away. I don't mind not getting my last punch in. I don't mind if nobody hears my side of the story. A lot of y'all want to be heard because you look for sympathy and empathy. Sometimes you got to take an L. It happens. You could be loyal to somebody and find out they've been snaking your ass all along. It's one or two ways you can go with it. You can retaliate by getting on your panel, ranting and raving for 3, 4, 5 hours, or you can gracefully say, you know what? That was messed up. That was fucked up that they did me like that. But you know what? I'm going to take an L and I'm going to back down and I'm going to let them have it. A lot of y'all ain't woman and man enough to do that. You want to go back and forth. You want to drag it out because you want attention. You want an alliance now because the alliance you had has dismantled. What's up, Queen? What's up, Queen? And the thing about it is, let me tell y'all, a lot of y'all who been built these alliances, some of y'all done seen how people do other people in. And you thought it was funny until it happened to you. Sometimes we get joy out of seeing our enemies attacked. We get joy when people jump to our defense when it's somebody we don't like. We get joy and we get pleasure out of seeing our enemies be defeated, seeing our enemies being chopped down. But the problem is, whatever you reap, you're going to have to sow. So just realize it's while you're having your time to do what you're doing, attacking another person's character, attacking another person's reputation, be prepared to pay the consequences because your turn is coming. You got to be prepared. These same ones that's up here crying about, they did me in, and I was so loyal to them. I was live streaming with them every day. I was down with them. But you was down with their dirt too. That's the part you leave out. Sometimes when you rob the bank with somebody and Negroes get caught, now they want to blow the whistle and bring up everybody who was there when they robbed that bank. See, it's funny when y'all all together doing somebody else in. But once y'all fall out, now y'all doing each other in, it don't feel so good. You have to realize it's called the balances of the universe. Whatever you put out there, that's what you're going to get back. You put out positivity, you get back positivity. You put out negativity, you're going to get back negativity. Whatever you put out is called karma. Whatever you put out there, you're going to get back. That's why you have to be careful joining cliques and groups because y'all don't like the same people, because y'all don't like the same things. Like I said earlier, do not build a friendship off of the strength that y'all don't like somebody. This how all these YouTube sectors start. This how this beef starts. The beef starts. You and this person, you and this group of people, y'all been doing live streams for hours, for months at a time, attacking a person's character. And let me tell you something. You can learn a whole lot about person. Watch how they treat their enemies. I guarantee you, and this is truth. I had a friend. I saw how she treated other females that pissed her off or made her mad. I saw that she was the type of chick that when she got mad, she was relentless. She had no limit to how far she would go to retaliate. I seen her made females lose their housing. I seen her made females lose their job. Some people can't take an L. Some people, when you piss them off, they go through extreme measures to get back at you. Some people don't know how to just say what they got to say and keep it moving. You got people that can make you lose your marriage, make you lose your housing. They'll call defects on you and have defects come to your house to take your kids. Some people can get really, really low depending on how mad you make them. How mad. You know what I mean? So I've seen how she did other people. So when it was my turn, when me or her had our first beef and our first scrabble, she did exactly to me what I've seen her do to other people. Okay? So this is something, why you laughing and you kicking with how you see your friend doing somebody in that made them mad. Realize the moment you make that person mad, they're going to do the same thing to you or worse. It happens all the time. Exactly, Tony. The truth comes out when they're mad. You never really see people for who they are while the good times are rolling. Y'all eating good, you chilling, everything, going copacetic. Y'all doing panels, airing other people's laundry, talking about other people's kids. See, it's all good and fun in the sun when y'all have an alliance to destroy or dismantle people together. But what you're not realizing is what you are doing to them, that's going to be the same thing. Once y'all fall out, they're going to do it to you. If I ain't seen it once, I've seen it 1,000 times. YouTube is not a place to make friends. It is not. It is not a place to make friends. There's no loyalty. The black YouTube sector is all about clout. You got a lot of clout roaches. People that only want to build alliances in spaces for clout, for views. And the number one sign, if you see a panel is always messy, why would you want to join a space that keeps a lot of mess? Because let me tell you something. People know how to charm their way into making people feel comfortable with them. People will invite you to their panel, invite you to their space, to their sector, make you feel real comfortable, like you belong there, like they got love for you like that. They will make you feel real comfortable. Come on and join us. Come on and join our space. Join our live stream. They will send you the link, get you comfortable with joining a sector in space. Up there, y'all all talking trash together about your common enemy. They make you feel right at home. Then next thing you notice, out of nowhere, all it takes is one argument. Somebody mentioned it earlier in here. All it takes is one disagreement. You will see a person for who they truly are. Disagree with their narrative. Missing make the wrong point. I won't say any names. I've seen plenty of friendships on YouTube fall out over somebody just having a simple disagreement. It ain't even been nothing deep. I can see somebody slept with your man or slept with your woman. I done seen friendships on YouTube get ugly over a goddamn disagreement. Yeah. And I've never been one. I've only done that, I think probably once or twice I gave my phone number. I don't give my phone number to nobody in these YouTube streets. Yeah, it's getting worse and worse, Queen. But another thing that has caused a lot of uh division in the black YouTube sector, it's been a lot of thirsting going on, a lot of undercover thirsting. You got women, you got females in the YouTube sector checking for certain dudes. You got men in the YouTube sector trying to act like they ain't thirsting for women when they are not. It's a lot of undercover thirst trapping going on in the black YouTube sector. Half of them in these YouTube streets, half of them done met with each other offline, done smashed already, done smashed. What these dudes do, these dudes, they act like women. The dudes are airing just as much business as the women are. You got grown men up here talking about how women sent them coochie pics and all this other stuff. You got men, grown men up here telling everybody business like they women. I hear it all the time. I ride by, I do my little drive by in these black male spaces, and they gossip just as much as black women do. Tell it all. Yeah, I got all her pussy pics and all this. I'm like, dude, you a grown man. Why are you airing to other grown men about this woman that sent you pictures of her vagina? And why are women so comfortable sending pictures of their vagina to men that they met through YouTube? I don't get that either. I would never feel comfortable sending any of these dudes any pictures of me. You got females falling out with other females because they both liking the same guys on YouTube. They both thirsting for men that really ain't interested in either one of them. It's a lot of doxing going on. Dox. All they do is dox. And all it takes is for you to confide in the wrong person, thinking that person genuine, thinking that person real, and you share something very personal, you fall out with them. They all on somebody damn live stream panel. Yeah. And her kids, somebody defects took her kids, and somebody murdered her husband. I mean, they will tell all your business. Listen, the only way people gonna know your business is if you tell it. If your business is being spread, that's because you trusted somebody. You told somebody something. They wouldn't have nothing to say about you had you not gotten comfortable and gave too much information about yourself. YouTube is not the place to give personal information. I know people on here, I know their personal business, and I've never talked to them. I've never done a live stream. I can tell you about 2-3 content creators that are very popular and well known on here. I know stuff personal about their house, and I've never even done a panel with them. In fact, I've really even been in a chat room. And I know some personal, deep information that should not have been known. But I do know that YouTube is a place where, unfortunately, a lot of people are getting comfortable with letting down their guard. You sharing personal information through your laptop, and people from other states or other countries, people you don't even know like that. Don't waste on things that have no value. Exactly. This is how the YouTube now. Another reason that we have YouTube sector beefs is because you got a lot of haters because somebody on their team got bigger than them. Now a lot of that is going on. A lot of that is going on. You have a lot of sectors in which they were all on the same level once upon a time, but somebody in a group became more successful than them, became more popular than them, getting more money than them, got more subscribers than them. A lot of that is going on. When somebody in the group get too big, here comes all the hate. Well, well, he was with me, he wasn't nobody. Now he done got up there, he don't want to acknowledge nobody. He don't want to play homage. He don't want to pay homage. He don't want to recognize us when we was the ones who helped him to get successful. A lot of black sectors are falling out because somebody in the group got bigger than them. One thing I learned about the black community, people don't mind you doing good. People don't mind you doing good. They just don't want you doing better than them. Especially when they were the ones who put you on. You sometimes that's the chance you take. You could put somebody on and they can outshine your platform. It happens. What's up, Double C? So some people just got that. Some people just got that spark. They have that type of personality where people are automatically drawn to them. You have a lot of that going on. People getting mad because people left their panel, starting their own channel, and doing bigger and better than them. And you have to understand that just because you help somebody and you started their career off and they leave your space and built their own brand, they don't owe you anything. Nobody owes you anything. Just because you made that choice to put that person on your platform and they become successful, they don't owe you any homage. They don't have to give you shout outs in their videos. They don't have to bring you on to their platforms and return the favor. Now, should they? Yes, they should. If you started out on a panel and they became successful because of your panel, they should shout you out, but do they have to? No, they don't. This is how a lot of beef start in the Black YouTube sector. Somebody will outshine and become bigger than the group. Now everybody looking crazy, like how he made it, how she made it, how she gets so big. Had it not been for me, nobody wouldn't have knew who he was. Nobody wouldn't have knew who she was. Well, if somebody in your group and you bring them to your platform, they become more successful than you, you have to take that L. Matter of fact, you shouldn't even be hating on them. Be happy for them. Six Figure Day says, that's why some content creators don't share their platform a lot. It's like the guest steals their subs sometimes, but in reality, most channels share subs. Yeah, I noticed that a lot. Six Figures, a lot of content creators, they're going solo now. I mean, let's face it, Kevin Samuels is a prime example. Now I will say this: I'm not a fan or a foe of Kevin Samuels. I'm not either. In fact, I don't watch any of his content. But I will say this man, his haters have multiplied like roaches. You know what? There's more men haters on Kevin Samuels than there is women. Now, I hate the fact that you have a lot of dudes that are trying to take the hate off the men and trying to basically make it seem like it's the women that's hating on Kevin Samuels. Let me tell you something. You got way more dudes hating on Kevin Samuels than women. I rest assured Kevin Samuels' enemies are mostly men. Because truth be told, women, we used to men talking shit about us. We used to the black female fuckery. It's not the women. We have an issue with the shit he's saying stuff, but it's the men that's hating on him. It's the men who knew him before he became Kevin Samuels. They're the ones that are more angry with him than the women are. But we don't want to talk about that. We want to deflect and say, oh, black women, they just hating on Kevin Samuels because he told the truth. They're just hating. Yeah, that's true to a degree. But y'all not addressing that it's a lot of y'all who hating on Kevin Samuels because y'all put him on to what he was before he became as successful. He was the kid that was sitting in the back of the classroom. And now that he's way to the front, all y'all wave your hand out like, look at me, look at me, look at me. Hey, Kevin, remember? I'm over here. Remember me? I was the one who let you on my platform when you wasn't nobody, when you were selling perfume at Macy's. Why you won't give a brother a shout out? Kevin Samuels, once he got big, he left the Negroes at the plantation. he left all them Negroes at the plantation. Yeah, I agree, Queen. It's all gonna come to big circle. Men, you think all the men love the fact that all these women keep calling Kevin Samuels? You really think they like that shit? All these women is giving Kevin Samuels attention. You really think they sitting there congratulating him? Double C, I do not hate KS, nor do I watch him. I remember him when he was collaborating with BGS, Angry Man, and others, when he was talking about cologne and wardrobe. He found a niche that works. Exactly. Exactly. I ain't mad at him. Kevin Samuels, once he got them freedom papers, he said, I'm leaving these Negroes at the plantation. He took fuckery and finessed it. Now, let's not make no mistake about it. People have been doing fuckery. A lot of black male content creators, fuckery has always been the hottest topic. I get it. It's always, but Kevin Samuels did something that the plantation Negroes didn't do. Kevin Samuels he remixed the fuckery. He added his own homemade sauce. And a lot of these Negroes, they mad about that. Believe it or not, black women, we are not Kevin Samuels' enemy. Now, we don't like that he be talking shit about us, but we ain't the ones on here ramping and raving about him not paying homage. Let me tell you who's more butthurt. First of all, the reason why black women, we're not so hurt about Kevin Samuels, because he was never loyal to us to begin with. You can't miss something you never had. He's always talked shit about black women way before he started his content. So black women are not threatened by Kevin Samuels. Who's threatened by Kevin Samuels is the men who were friends, who shared a platform with him before he became as successful. They are more upset about it than we are, because they had a friendship. They had a bond. They all started out in a team together. They're more butthurt about it than the women are. But these men are not going to be honest and say that. You're right about that, Six Figures. So I'm not, I'm not a friend or a foe of Kevin Samuels, but I know he's stunning on them niggas, and he got every right to stun on them. He don't owe nobody in the manosphere a goddamn thing. And I don't even watch his ass. But I don't think he owe anybody anything. And I did a video on it. He don't owe anybody anything. He do not have to go back to the plantation and bring back the slaves who he was picking cotton with. KS was at it, look of respectability. Black women are taught of KS just like we're taught of all men who ain't doing right towards them. Now he's a memory. Absolutely. Absolutely. I ain't mad at Kevin Samuels. He got his freedom papers and he escaped the damn plantation. Guess what? I don't know about y'all. I'm not going back to the plantation once I get my freedom papers. Now, there's another thing. What Kevin Samuels done stunted on them. For one thing about it, he knows he knows that sometimes you cannot go back and pick up people that started you off, because some people gonna taint your brand. Some people will taint your brand. They're gonna taint your brand. Come on the panel, they'll try to take over his panel. Kevin Samuels know Negroes will get niggerish if he was to give them an opportunity to come on his platform. They're going to be trying to take over his platform. They're going to be trying to out-talk him and his viewpoints. He know that. That's why he not giving these Negroes a shot to come on his platform. Shit, I don't blame him. I wouldn't either. Now the men are coming out, is their envy after KS left them. The dust ain't got the green. Yeah. Yeah. It's just mostly It's definitely a lot of enviousness. I'm sure had he not been as successful as he is now, they wouldn't care about him stealing their points, his viewpoints. They wouldn't care about him not giving them shout outs. They wouldn't care about him not coming to these manosphere meetings. If he was not as successful as he is, they would not care if he had nothing to do with them. It's like anything else. When you start getting successful, everybody holding out their hand. Everybody holding out their hand. Everybody want a piece of the pie. Now, it would have been nice if he would have brought them on, but I understand why he doesn't, because sometimes, I hate to say it, but the black culture, we are designed, unfortunately, the system has designed us, programmed us to just be against one another. Even when we're winning, we'll find a way to be against each other. We'll find a way. So again, back to these YouTube beefs. It has gotten to a point now in which you have a lot of content creators that are straying away from doing panels like they used to. A lot of brothers are going solo, doing panels by themselves. You got a lot of females doing panels by themselves. Another thing is the gender war has just completely taken over the YouTube streets. It's almost like you have to damn near choose a side if you want your content to grow. You got to either be all for the men or you got to either be all for the women. A lot of balanced content creators, we're not controversial enough. I'm not up here just dragging and bashing on black women day in and day out. I'm not just dragging and bashing on black men day in and day out. So content creators that are balanced, they're never really going to get the shine or the platform that they deserve. He said he was investing in his brand a few years ago. I think most men didn't take him seriously. I'm not surprised by his suits and cameras and candles. Yeah, and see, another thing is too, a lot of these content creators, when they have been number one for so long, they never think somebody else can take their spot. That's the thing about these YouTube streets. Kevin Samuels, he has surpassed men who have been doing YouTube way longer than he has. He has surpassed a lot of them. And I'm sure that's making a lot of them feel some type of way. You know, it's kind of like you've been on your job for 10 years and your girlfriend need a job. So you have her to fill out an application. They make her a damn manager when you done been there for 10 years. All she filled out was an application and they made her manager. Wow, what would not make you feel some type of way? It's only natural. But the gender wars, that's one of the biggest killers to why the black YouTube sector is constantly having drama. It is black women that constantly feel like they got to prove themselves to black men that they deserve respect. They don't deserve to be talked to all kind of way. And then you have black men who constantly feel like they got to put they foot down on the neck of black women because there's this stigma that black women are not worthy and that we are at the bottom of the totem pole. So the gender war, that's another big issue that's killing the black sector. It's a lot of disrespect on both sides. Double C says there's a difference between critiquing and hating. I've seen content creators critique his points and others who have hate. And I remember the ones who love him now hated him when he first came out. Exactly. You have a lot of that. That's an issue as well. Everybody's not going to support what you do. Everybody's not going to appreciate what you do. But then too, you have a lot of these flip-floppers. You have people who only want to support you when you get big. When you're small and your content and your views are not over 100 people, a lot of people, they don't even want to rock with you like that. A lot of people, they don't really want to honor you or give you any recognition unless your channel is doing phenomenal, because that is their way of clout chasing and earning some success through those who they are paying homage to. Yeah, and that's pretty much how I feel about, Kevin Samuels six figures. I don't care for his content, but at the same time, you got to give respect to where it's due. He had his career has skyrocketed, but we ain't the ones who got a problem with it. The ones who got a problem with it are the ones who he was once upon a time on their platforms. Those are the ones who are angry about it. People shouldn't take YouTube so serious unless it's coming together. Exactly. But you have to realize, to love you, some people, they have more life on social media than in a real social life. Social media has become some people's social life. You have some people, when they get off the laptops, when they get off of YouTube, they don't have no life outside of that. I've seen grown men who started out on YouTube young, still had their physique, was in shape, had a lot of energy, been on YouTube so long, they gray hair, they getting gray hairs, they getting overweight, they picking up pounds. It's like, when does it end? When do you finally get to that place in which I'm an older woman now, I'm an older man now, it's time for me to find something else to put my age and to put I need to find a new stage in life. You have people that been on YouTube so long, they've grown up on YouTube. They went from being young men to old men, from young women to old women. At this point in time, I ain't trying to be funny, but if you're over the age of 40, you should be getting more into your family instead of just being on YouTube, constantly doing content, preaching the same narratives you've been preaching since you first started your YouTube channel in your 20s. Here it is, you in your 40s, and you still talking about black female fuckery. You still talking about niggas hating on each other. We got grown men still trying to dress like they 23, 24. They still trying to dress the same way they first was dressing when they started YouTube channel. As you become a grown man and a grown woman, your priority shouldn't be about, I got these designer labels. Look at my new hat, I'm flexing. Look at my new jewelry, I'm flexing. Look at my new car, I'm flexing. When you are over the age of 40, stunting should not be a priority. I will say it again for those in the back. Once you are over the age of 40, stunting should not be a priority. You shouldn't be around here still trying to impress how much money you got, how much money you spending. That's for them young niggas who ain't never had nothing. If you're a grown man and you always had the majority of your life, you don't have to let everybody know when you got a new car, when you bought a new outfit, when you got some new shoes. You don't always have to be on Front Street letting everybody know you still got it. You could, an insecure man, his insecurity speaks volumes. A man that's confident, a man that's well together, he don't have to constantly keep letting it be known what he got. He ain't got to knock another man's pockets. You ain't got to sit up here and say, niggas hating on me because I got a new car, because I'm making X amount of figures. Grown men who are secure within themselves, They don't feel the need to have to keep stunting and impressing other folks. And that's the same thing with grown women. I don't know about y'all, but I am 42 years old. I'm not in a stage of impressing. I'm more concerned about my health than my wealth. Y'all around here bragging about money in the bank that can't even save your ass the moment you're in the hospital bed and the doctor tells you you got stomach cancer, you got pancreatic cancer. Y'all bragging about shit that don't really have no value to life. Because when you dead and gone, all this shit you bragging about, they're not going to put in your obituary. He had a badass car. They're not going to put in your obituary, he wore some badass jewelry. He wore some expensive jewelry. They're not going to put in your obituary, she sure has some nice Coach bags of Michael Kors. None of that shit means nothing when you dead and gone. Anybody who has to keep bragging and showboating, bragging is another way of compensating for the things you really don't have. What's the point of having cars, money, wealth, popularity, but underneath your soul is dark? Your soul is dark. People keep walking away, leaving you. People keep distancing themselves from you. It is no way any grown man or grown woman should be over the age of 40. You still doing YouTube. You should be spending time with your children, with your grandchildren, with your wife, with your woman, if you have one. Let the younger generation come in, get pass your platform on, give somebody else a time to shine. But some of them, they so lost without YouTube, they have to do 8, 9 different channels because they done been knocked off so goddamn much because of their ignorance and disrespect. They have to have 8, 9 channels because if one get knocked off, they want to still be in the graces of YouTube. You have a lot of content creators, they are addicted to YouTube. They cannot live without it. You shut YouTube down, some of these grown men and grown women, they'll be lost. They done made YouTube their life. They have no life outside of YouTube. They be on the computer more than they be on their wife. They spend more time with their subscribers than they do with their own children. Something is wrong with that. And the sad part is you'll have some of these grown men and women in their 60s, 70s still on YouTube. What's up, Houston? Appreciate it. Karma loves when a man or woman spills out cockiness and arrogance. Karma waits for the right time to punish and strike. Karma enjoys the drama and likes to partake in the hot-ass mess. Absolutely. Some of y'all are too damn old. You should have been retired from YouTube. If you got all this money and you got all these new cars and everything you claim you got, ain't it time to retire? A lot of y'all, a lot of these dudes, they're not gonna retire from YouTube because they're afraid to live without it. YouTube is all they know. They know nothing else outside of YouTube. Exactly, Double C. What's up? Live as a sacral generator. Blessings to you. You have to realize a lot of us, we're not getting any younger. We're getting older. You can't still be on YouTube bragging about the car you driving. What about your health? When the last time you got your blood pressure checked? When the last time you been to the doctor? Some of us, I ain't trying to be funny. Some of us need to be on Planet Fitness more than we need to be on YouTube. You talking about your wealth What about your health? Talk about how much money you got in the bank. How high is your cholesterol level? When the last time you spent time with your wife, with your husbands, with your kids? All these content creators claiming they married. Hell, I can't tell because y'all be on social media way more than y'all be with your wives and your husbands. You got children and grandchildren. It's sad, but a lot of these people are doomed if they were to lose YouTube. They'll lose their mind. What's up, Tom Malone? What's good with you? You got a lot of these people. They done been on YouTube so long, they don't know how to function without it. YouTube has become an addiction. YouTube has become their income. They're up here pushing for donations. Will tell you broke if you ain't cash apping them. You broke, you ain't got no money. What's up, Cut to the Chase? Good to see you. There was up here a grown man telling another grown man he ain't got no money. Listen, just because a man ain't around here flashing and stunting his money and bragging about his cars, that don't mean he broke. You got some men, they are smart enough, secure enough to know that if they walk around bragging and showboating, they got a sports car, showboating, they got a new Mercedes Benz and all of that, they know they're going to make themselves a thought target. All men do not want to display what they have materialistically because they don't want to attract Jezebels. They don't want to be a thought target. Men who got money don't always have to brag that they got money. Matter of fact, I know some dudes who got money and don't even own BMWs, don't even own damn designer labels. Drive Toyota Camrys, but in their bank account is stacked. You just have some men showboating is not a priority for them. They're not trying to catch women. They're not attention starved. It's the attention starved dudes that always got to brag about what kind of money they got. Thanks, Tom Malone, for the $5 donation. I appreciate it, sir. And any woman who got common sense, she would not be impressed by a man who brag about his money. She'll be trying to look for the man who drive the regular car, who drive the who ain't always well dressed unless he going out. Cause that's a secure man. You know why some men got to be well dressed? You know why some men got to drive BMWs and brag about how much money they spend? It's because they don't have enough confidence to pull a woman just being themselves. They got to be well dressed. That's the only way a woman will look at them. Some men, their game is so weak, they got to have on a nice suit. That's the only way a woman gonna look at him. Because the moment this fool comes out his mouth in 3 minutes, she's already turned off to where that damn $2,000 suit and $500 gator shoes he got on, she ain't even interested in him anymore. A lot of, you have some dudes, they have to stunt and they have to put down other men who ain't showboating everything they got is because that's the only way they can feed their ego. And any woman who's still falling for men, who bragging on what kind of car he got, how much money he got, something is definitely wrong with her. Because she should have been around enough for men to know. If a man really got money like that, he don't want to attract flies. A man who has money, he does not want to attract thoughts. He knows that if he shows off his money, he brags about his car, he's going to attract the wrong type of women. A man who wants a woman with substance, he's not going to put what he makes and what he drives, he's not going to put that out there like that. Because he wants a woman to like him for him, and he's confident enough to know he can pull a woman just being himself. He ain't got to do all that extra stuff. You got men over 60s damn near over 50, over 45, they going through a midlife crisis. They buying sports cars, knowing they got goddamn arthritis getting in and out of them shits. Knowing their knees hurt. Knowing they got to rub some Ben Gay on their knees as soon as they get out them two-door sports cars. Knowing they big old bellies is pressed up on that damn steering wheel. They could barely drive it. You struggle not living your age. Learn to embrace your age. You over 50, 60, hitting your 50s, you better get you an Astro van. You better get you a Cadillac. You better get you something that fits your age. You got grown men trying to act young, trying to dress young. Being an older man and dressing like you a young man, it makes you look older. Be happy with your gray hairs. Be happy with your receding hairline. Embrace your age. Same thing as a woman. Embrace your age. Don't be trying to dress like these young girls. You're up here wearing red bottom shoes, knowing you got arthritis, knowing you got scoliosis. You around here trying to dress and keep up with these young women. You wearing clothes you can't breathe in. You up here wearing a size 12 when you know you're supposed to be wearing a 16. A lot of us, we have to realize when we are getting older, it's time to start slowly but surely transitioning out of things. That's why I say you got some of these grown men and women who've been doing YouTube for too long. They don't know how to what's up, Jason? They don't know how to accept their age, act your age. You don't always have to be on Front Street. And again, like I said, bragging is just a form of feeding ego. You got to let everybody know what you got to feel relevant. You have to let everybody know how much money you spent to feel relevant. You got to let everybody know what kind of car you bought to feel relevant. You got to let everybody see you well dressed and got on the latest kicks, the latest designer labels to feel relevant. And underneath all of that, you feeling like a broken individual because you're not that young man you used to be. You're not that young woman you used to be. One thing about it, I don't care how much you try to act young, your body gonna let you know you're not young. Point in case, I know I'm not that same young woman no more. When I used to go to certain parties, I used to go to the club, I could wear heels all damn day. And I know some of my ladies in the chat can relate to this. I used to rock some wedges. I used to rock some heels, but baby, now that I'm in my 40s, I'm 42, I always bring flat shoes with me everywhere I go. My feet can't take it no more because it's called aging. Stuff you used to could do back in the day, stuff that you used to could wear back in the day, as you get older, it don't work for you. Like I said, you got grown men walking around here dressing like they still in high school. Got to have the matching shirts with the matching hats and the matching. I'm like, dude, nothing wrong with still wanting to dress and be in fashion, but you're older now. You have to change how you dress. You have to change how you look. You got to dress your age. Yeah, Queen, every time I go out, I bring my flats. One time I didn't bring my flats. That was the longest night of my life. I felt like my feet was going to have to be amputated. When you get older, you have to blend in with your age. You know why? And I noticed the reason why you have a lot of older men and older women who still try to act young and dress young is because during their youth, they live fast. They didn't really get a chance to live their youth. And they're trying to make up for it. But sometimes you cannot go back and make up for it. What's up, Cicely? You cannot go back and make up for it. My 30s is definitely than my 20s. I'm already experiencing minor aches and pains left and right. Listen, these are some signs you getting old. For those of you in the chat room that don't want to accept that you getting old, for those of you who in the chat room that want to act like you ain't old, let me tell you how you know if you old. You getting old. You know you getting old if the music in the club is too loud. When you start complaining that music in the club is too loud, that's when you know you old. That's the first sign. The second sign you know you too old. When you got to take a nap before you go to a party. If you got to take a nap before you go to that club, before you go to that party, your ass is old. Another sign you know you old. Remember when you could get off of work and go straight to a party and still get up the next morning to go to work? If you start declining people about parties because you know you got to work, your ass is getting old. Yes, we're going to talk about it because some of y'all in here acting like y'all ass ain't old, and I'm going to tell you old. You know you old when you start complaining about prices. Something $2 more than what it used to be, your ass is old. Last time you went to that grocery store, that pack of chicken wings was only $10.50. This Sunday, when you went back, it was $12.50. Your ass is old because now you bitching about prices. That's how you know you getting old. You getting old. Now, this is another thing a lot of y'all not going to admit, but I'm sure it has happened to every individual in this chat room, including myself. When you have sex in a certain position and you catch a damn Charlie horse, your ass is getting old. Listen, you young men back in the days who used to slam it from the back 30, 40 minutes straight, I bet all your ass could do is about 10 or 5 minutes. Bet you that. You know you old. You can't wild out in the bedroom like you used to. You as a young woman, you ain't mind your man bending your neck, your leg behind your neck. Now you can't take all that. You can't take all that being bent and stretched out. You can't be in a position, you can't have sex in the same position for a long time because you start cramping up. Some of y'all need to change that mattress. Y'all need to get that therapeutic mattress. You can't work on that. You can't be doing stuff on that same mattress you had when you was 24, 28 years old. It's been time to upgrade that mattress. Get that therapeutic mattress. So that way your body has more stability. I know me, I can't do things like I used to could do sexually. When I was 20, when I was probably 23, 24, and I was sexually active, I used to get warm, like I used to be already hot like an oven. When I was 23, 24, I used to be hot like an oven. Now keep in mind, I've been with my same husband since my 20s. And here it is, I'm in my 40s, right? I used to instantly be hot like an oven. Okay. I get hot just like that. Now I'm like an 86 Buick. My husband got to crank me up at least for 30 minutes. before I get hot. I'm like a Buick, honey. I don't know about y'all, but it take me a minute to be preheated. I'm sorry. You got to crank me up. You got to check. You got to pull the stick out and check the oil. I mean, I ain't that young woman no more. It just ain't there. It take a minute. But see, that's why I'm glad I've been with the same man for a long time, because he's gotten used to my transitioning. You know, I got there now and try to deal with a young dude. He be like, he'll kill me. He'll kill me. You know what I mean? I can't. These young dudes, they be wanting to hump you like a rabbit. You know, I'm not. My body is not designed like that. Eva, that's what I call my sugar bowl. Eva, she's not designed like that no more. I can't just let a young dude just, you know, climb on top of me and start drilling me like I'm a goddamn, you know, like I'm a damn, you know what I mean? Like I can't do it. I'm at an age to where I need a man. I'm glad that my husband, he's also has gotten older, because we both are slow at sex now. Now we got to put in appointments and shit. You know what I'm saying? Ain't like back in the days where, you know, we was hot and heavy. We would go at it everywhere. Go at it in the back of the car. Go at it in the bathroom. Go at it. Now, you know, you get old if you just can't have sex anywhere. You got to have sex in certain places. That's how you know you old. Me, I have to, if I'm going to be intimate with my husband, I have to be comfortable. I'm not that young girl that you know, we could just smash on the floor. Now, when we first got together, we would do it almost anywhere, because you got to realize I was like 21 and my husband 4 years older than me, so he was like 24. So at that time we wild out. It was the couch, it was the kitchen, it was the kitchen table and all that. My ass ain't going on no goddamn kitchen table. That's not happening. It's not going to happen. I'm not doing all that wild stuff that I used to do. Back then, oh, we would just do it in the back seat of the car. Now I can't just do it in the back seat of the car, because, you know, certain parts of my body will cramp up if I'm in a closed in area when I'm being intimate with my husband. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a lot of stuff, you know, my body can't do. Yeah, foreplay longer than game time. I'm 10 years younger than my husband, and you are preaching the truth. I am experiencing him going through these changes right before my eyes. Absolutely. 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 When you've been married for a long time, you've been in a relationship for a long time, you will see your husband, you will see your wife. You will notice changes in each other. Well, y'all just can't do the shit y'all used to do. You know what I mean? I can't smash on an air mattress anymore. Tone, I can't either. I refuse. The mattress I got is a therapeutic mattress. It's the one that conforms to your body, which is good, because any type of body size you have, the mattress is made to sustain it. I know I can't do an air mattress. Them days been long over. The car, the trunk is a tree. Tony, I cannot do that no more, dear. I cannot do that. Those days are long gone. I can't do it, and I'm not going to do it. I noticed, you know, another thing, you know, when me and my husband was first dating and going out, we were always got to dinner, then go catch a movie. You know, like when you first dating, you going several places, you doing several things. Now, when me and my husband go out to eat, we ready to go back home and go to sleep. We don't even do all that extra shit no more. We used to have to go to the club after we went out to eat, go get some drinks. After we eat, we go home. That's how you know you're getting old. You get old after you eat, you ready to sleep. Especially when you don't have some heavy food. Older people now, those of us who are in our 35 and over, after you eat, you ready to go to sleep. Yep, it's dinner or a movie. We cannot do both anymore, Queen. I'll never forget one night we made plans to go out to eat and go catch a movie after. Girl, that was the worst mistake we could have did. After we ate that heavy buffet, we didn't even make it. We didn't even make it to the movie. That's how you know you're getting old. Certain food, especially heavy food, like soul food, heavy food. Once you eat heavy food, you can't do nothing but sleep. The itis. Exactly, Scott. That's what my father calls it. Once you get that itis, that's it. That's it. I can't do it. This another way how you know you old. When your tolerance for other people kids done got short. I cannot deal with other people kids. Matter of fact, I don't even go places where I know it's going to be kids. I have family members who always inviting me to come to family reunions, come to family functions, and I don't be wanting to go because I know little kids are going to be there. I don't have patience for people, children. I cannot do kids. That's how I know I'm old. I cannot do kids. I can't do them. I can't be in places where there's a bunch of little kids running around, screaming, yelling. My nerves cannot take it. I can only go to places where I know it's going to be an all adult function. If it's going to only be adults there, then I'm good. But the moment people tell me their grandkids, their nieces, their nephews, I just don't have the patience for it. I can't. I don't. That's how I know I'm old. I don't like other people's kids. Now remember, Virgo, when you used to eat that heavy food back in the day, how it didn't bother you when you was younger. You could still step all night, watch a movie. You can't do that no more. Once that age start kicking in. Now see, back in our days when the TV would go off, you would know the TV off because the damn American flag would come on, letting you know, okay, ain't nothing else coming on TV. Now TV be on damn 24 hours. Now that these kids got Netflix, shoot, they got it good. We had to go to bed at a certain time. Remember that, y'all? Remember we had to go to bed at a certain time because the flag would come on and all you hear is, ding. Remember the TV went off? TV don't go off at a certain time no more. my mom on the other hand, my mom will tell you. My mom say, if little kids gonna be there, she ain't going. My mother refuses to be around little kids. She's not doing it. I say, Mom, I want to invite you out to eat. Okay, all right, where we going? We going to so and so. We going to the buffet. Oh no, too many churn over there. I'll catch you on the next one. Yep, I remember MASH. Yep. Yeah, but seriously, as you get older, just certain stuff. That's why I'm having a hard time understanding these grown men or these grown women who still trying to act like they're younger than what they are. But anyway, it's been cool. I'm gonna get ready to shut it down, y'all. I appreciate y'all for hanging out with me in the chat. You know, we're getting ready to go into a new year. You know, I don't know what the good Lord has in store for 2022. But what I will say is to everybody in the chat room, I pray that God keeps y'all throughout the new year. A lot of us have lost some loved ones. I would tell you in all actuality, truth moment, I really could have lost 2 loved ones this year. I was very close to it. My daughter had got in a fatal accident. My husband had got shot. So my 2021 could have very well altered my life. I had some very close calls and stuff. Lost my job. So and it's 2021 has definitely been a rocky year. I don't know if any of y'all have experienced it, but I will say this. Just learn from what you have gone through. Thank God for still keeping you. A lot of people didn't make it, man. I'm telling you, it's a lot of people. If you want to look around, I know stuff you probably gone through, things that some of it you caused for yourself, some of it you didn't. It's a lot to be obsessed and stressed about, but I'm telling you, thank God you here to live to tell the story. A lot of people did not make it. We still don't know what we don't know what 2022 has in store, but I thank God for blessing us to get through another year. We don't know if we're going to be the ones that's going to be in that number, but thus far, I give God the glory. I give him the praises for still being merciful and still blessing me and blessing my family. And I'm praying, same thing for you guys, because I'm telling you, I had some very close calls this year. I didn't really share it with y'all. I wasn't really open because I'm not the one to walk around looking for sympathy and empathy, but I had a lot of tragic things that came close to home, while I could have lost my daughter and my husband this year. So I thank God for keeping them. And for those of you who have lost loved ones, definitely you have my condolences, because I know how real and how deep it is out here. And I know all of us are going through things that you may not feel comfortable with discussing, and I get it, because the world is so judgmental, and people, once they get any information on you, they can use it as a weapon against you. So I can understand sometimes, it's better to keep what you're going through to yourself. Pray about it. If you have a friend or two who you can sincerely confide in, they're going to be there for you, support you, not judge you. People who've been good to you, don't lose good people. Don't lose good people. If y'all had a misunderstanding, whether it was over money or disagreement, make things right with that person before 2020. If you know for the most part that person has been good to you, y'all been good friends, y'all been good family, y'all been there for each other. So go ahead and squash whatever it was you have with that person. Make peace with that person, because you don't know what 2022 has in store. Make peace, fix it, correct it. I get it. Some people, once you done put them out your life, they need to stay out your life. I understand that as well. Some things in the past, they got to stay in the past. Some people don't deserve second or third chances. But have spiritual discernment. Learn who to keep. Learn who to get rid of. Ask God for more spiritual discernment. Ask him for more discretion. What's up, Jay Smooth? Blessings to you in the entire chat room. So y'all know y'all are going to be hearing from me more often. If y'all have not subscribed, please make sure y'all subscribe. Ladies, I got my Mocha's Ladies Lounge channel for women only. Make sure y'all subscribe to that channel. Again, I appreciate y'all for hanging out in the chat room with me. It is your girl, your diva and knowledge, Lady Mocha. Remember, I'm going to always pour you a cup of truth and bring you off a slice of knowledge. Again, thanks for the donations and the Cash App. Y'all be safe. See you next year. Take care.